I couldn't stay away for too long. I am back in Tanzania, the beautiful country of Tanzania, celebrating holiday with my family, my girls, and also doing some research for our upcoming Investors Academy Summit here in Zanzibar in August of 2023.
Hi.
She wants to say hi, and literally the lighting. There we go. There we go.
Mommy,
Yes.
can I ask for mommy?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. What's
Awesome.
in my face?
It's sand.
Oh.
Okay, bye. So yes, we're back. I'll show you a beautiful image of where we are on the resort. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. I like to share content everywhere that I am. So sometimes you're gonna get me after the gym, at work, and even on holiday, by the pool, on the beach, sharing content with you that I feel is relevant, pertinent, and necessary for you to hear. And having been back in Tanzania now for a little over a week, there are so many changes happening, and I want to share them with you. If you're interested, considering moving to Tanzania, you may want to know these things, and I want to share them with you. So let me introduce myself. I'm Ashley. Welcome to the channel. I am a woman, mother, entrepreneur, traveling, living, and doing business here on the continent of Africa. I'm also the founder of Africa Investors Academy, a membership only community of entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and investors who are building businesses, growing businesses, and investing in projects here on the continent of Africa. So if that sounds interesting, please be sure to like this channel, like the content, share it with someone, and subscribe. We're growing, and I'm so grateful to see all of the growth that is happening. And so let's get into this. I was blown away by the development that I saw when I arrived here a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago, in Tanzania. And the development is nice. Like, there are a lot of commercial developments going up, residential developments going up. The commercial real estate is thriving here. And so small businesses, SMEs, are a big part of any growing, sustainable economy. And Tanzania is not, they're not forgetting about that. So they are empowering their local small businesses, small, medium entrepreneurs, small, medium-sized enterprises, and investing in commercial real estate to support their growth. I also understand that the middle income, the middle class is growing, it's rising. And so because of that, you see a lot of residences going up, beautiful real estate going up, residential properties I've seen just incredible. Maybe I can capture some of that content before I head out, but I'm always just so in awe that I'm in the moment, and I'm just like, wow. So check out some of the other channels I linked below to be able to see what that looks like here on the ground in real time. The next thing is, I notice a lot of private schools are expanding their marketing. Marketing everywhere for these new private schools, international schools. And what that means is the schools are growing, the demand is increasing, and people are competing for that attention. And so that, again, is in alignment with the fact that the middle class is rising. So people being able to afford these private international schools, and the people that are coming looking for that type of education, these schools are making that available. So they're marketing, they're communicating their value, and they're letting you know that they exist. That is a huge sign of an increase in development. The tourism sector is another growing vertical in the economic development of Tanzania. And from our last talk, I'd say when we did our Africa Investors Academy virtual summit, our attorney, April Everest, talked about the government and how they are investing a lot of money in tourism, as well as our tourism advisor, Justa. She is our concierge and our tourism partner for the Africa Investors Academy Summit here in Zanzibar. And so they both really shared that sentiment, how government is really investing in tourism, tourism activities, tourism real estate, tourism infrastructure, and you can see that. you can see that I am staying at a really nice, sustainable resort. And so that is also on the trend where you've got these beautiful 5-star resorts, and you also have these resorts that are focused on sustainability using a lot of the natural resources, solar, alternative energy, farm to table cuisine, where they're not doing a whole lot of importing or shipping. Everything that we eat is grown, raised, harvested here on the island of Zanzibar. Um, the beaches are definitely cleaner. I noticed that in Dar es Salaam, which is a challenge of mine for sure. When seeing this beautiful ocean and kind of seeing some of the trash and different debris along the beaches, I absolutely noticed a huge change in that, a huge increase in cleanliness of the beaches. So, great job to the country of Tanzania for investing in the waste management and the management of the cleanliness of the beaches, which is a big attractor for tourists. The next thing is the ease of entry into the country. I can absolutely speak on this because I have traveled to Tanzania so many times. Let's say, like at this point, maybe 6 or 7 times. And this was my third, acquiring my third tourism visa. And it was easy. I didn't have to deal with any disgruntled you know, folks upon arriving at customs. It was a very clear direction: fill out this form, go there, purchase your visa. It was really simple. There weren't a whole lot of questions being asked. As long as I was doing the right thing, it was very clear that I was welcome into the country. And I think creating that level of ease again is going to make people feel comfortable, make people feel encouraged, and make people share their experience as they're traveling into the country of Tanzania. The next thing, goods and services. So I will say that I have noticed a slight increase in goods and services. For the most part, fruits, vegetables, commodities are pretty consistent, but I'd say transportation has gone up a bit. Different leisure activities like taking my children to the hair salon or going to the restaurant, there seems to be a slight increase in costs. Not much. I'd say 10%, right? Maybe that. Um, just because I pay attention to my budget and finances and things like that. I have noticed a slight increase, but nothing exorbitant like we're seeing in other parts of the world or even other parts of the continent where prices are extremely high. Absolutely not. But I think there is a small increase, right, for people that are familiar with the way in which prices tend to look in Tanzania. All right. And so I think the last thing around economic development. So, again, this is something that came from our Investors Academy Virtual Summit. Foreign delegates are making their way to Tanzania. So, countries are visiting to invest, delegates are visiting to invest, corporations are visiting to invest. I think there were over 600 delegates from over 600 delegates, over 1,000 attendees of European countries in the last 90 days. And as we all know, the United States Vice President Kamala Harris visited Tanzania. And there is a lot of foreign attention here in the country of Tanzania. And if countries are looking at another country for investment or relationships, it's a great sign, in my opinion, right? I mean, it's a great sign, but it also shows that the economic growth is getting the attention of the world. And so if you haven't invested, the time to take a look at investing is now. And for those that have already invested, having looked at some of my videos or have just been present here on the continent or in Tanzania, I'm sure they would echo that they're seeing an upside in their investment. And if that's you, please be sure to leave a comment below. Let us know if you're invested in Tanzania, what that investment has looked like for you. over the last couple of years. And if you're seeing an upside, we would love to know. And so there are specific sectors that Tanzania is focused on. I'll list a few of them below and also let you know which ones we're going to be targeting at the Africa Investors Academy Summit here in Zanzibar in August of 2023. So, agribusiness, horticulture, even ecotourism, huge industries that are growing and are receiving global attention as well as domestic investment, right? Tech. So Zanzibar is attempting to make itself somewhat of a Silicon Valley for East Africa in the most beautiful way ever. And so if you have a tech company and you want to grow it, Zanzibar is saying we're going to support you and we're going to create the infrastructure to help your company grow. The next thing, real estate. On our hour-and-a-half ride from the airport, there was so much beautiful underdeveloped land, coastal land, and there continues to be that. So real estate, huge opportunity here in Tanzania, but specifically in Zanzibar. It's just mind blowing. I cannot wait to get more engaged in the real estate market here in Zanzibar. And then the next thing, last thing, but one of the most important is skill increase. And so being able to provide a skill to the communities here or support in the academic training and facilitation of skills is a growing industry because Africa has the youngest population in the world. Many of these countries have, an average age of 19 to 21. Tanzania is no different. And so when you can bring innovative education systems, innovative operation systems to be able to share a skill set, whether that's hospitality, tourism, customer service, sales, data analytics, healthcare, healthcare support, the list goes on and on. What are some of the skill sets that are necessary for developing economies, and can you teach them? And if so, you have a great opportunity to do business here in Tanzania. So that, I hope that was helpful. There are so many different things happening here in the country of Tanzania, and these are just a few of the things that I've noticed after being back in the last week or so. And so if you found this information valuable, please be sure to like it, share it with someone else who would find value in it, and subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, I'll see you soon.